just integrate first. Okay, so I'm going to apply these two information. So look, 1 is equal to, I substitute the x equal to 0. So it will be cos 0 plus c. Can or not? Okay, got it? So, so now I form an equation. 1, I use the first information. So 1 is equal to negative 2p plus c, because cos 0 is 1. Right? Then I use the second information. Okay, so 0 equal to negative 2p cos half. I substitute the x with 2 pi plus c. Okay, so this will be 0 equal to negative 2p cos pi plus c. What is cos pi? Negative 1. So I substitute. So this is equal to 0 equal to negative 2p times negative 1 plus c. So now I got two equations. That is negative 2p plus c equal to 1. And 2p plus c equal to 0. So I solve these two equations. So I can add. Right? So negative 2p plus 2p, no more. So c plus c, 2c. So my c equal to half. Okay, after I get the c, I sub into this formula. So therefore, my p equal to negative 1 over 4. Done? This is called soft simultaneous equation. Are you clear? So this is for the exercise. Can or not? Okay, any more question for chapter 4 that you need me to discuss with you before I enter chapter 5? Hello, young man. What's your name again? Huh? Nicholas. No need to write. No need to do. Huh? You stay at the board. Are you finished earlier? Pretty much. So this time SAT 4 can score A. It's not can try. If you have finished all, you should be able to get an A. Huh? 1. So what you want to do is you want to find the area. You have to integrate from 0 to pi by 2 cos x dx, correct? So you use your graphic calculator, FNINT, you get it as 1. If you do it algebraically, it will be, okay, integrate cos, what do you get? Sin x. Over 1. Okay, 0 to pi by 2. So you substitute with pi by 2. Take away, substitute with 0. Correct? You know that sin pi by 2 is 1. Sin 0 is 0. So the answer is 1. Yeah? Okay, now, if you look at the graph of cos, so I want to extend from here. Student, if you look at the graph of cos, pi by 2, this is the first quadrant. From pi by 2 to pi, that is the second quadrant. From pi to 3 pi by 2, this is the third quadrant. And from 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, this is the fourth quadrant. So start from the top, there is 1. Cos 0 is 1. cos pi by 2 is 0. First quadrant, all the cost value is positive. Then after that is negative, then go up to here. And you go like that. Okay, now I want you to try to integrate from 0 to pi cos x dx and tell me what is the answer. What is the answer? What is the answer? What did your calculator tell you? You can use your calculator straight away. So part A, I can ask you to find 0 to that one. Yeah, what do you get? You get 0. Okay, so now I'm going to label two areas. This is area B, this is area A. Yeah, so I ask you, is area A equal to area B? Is area A equal to area B? This area B, huh? Explain. So how are you going to answer this question? Is area A equal to area B? Explain. So you answer yes, you have to know how to explain. You answer no, you also have to know how to explain. So now how to explain? I have taught you how to explain this. So please. How Shen don't look at me like that. So every time when you have this thing, you have to remember there is one rule that you can do. From 0 to pi. From 0 to pi. Right? I pass by pi by 2. So this integral I can split into two parts. But when you split into two parts, because it's continuous, right? You have to put a plus instead of put a minus. So to explain this, okay, I'm going to start from here. So I'm going to write down integrate from 0 to pi by 2 cos x dx plus, because you are continuing, correct? So it's a plus. Integrate from pi by 2 to pi cos x dx. And I know that this value is equal to 0. Okay? So this one is represent area A. Right? But this one doesn't represent area B. It represents what? Negative area B. Because area B is below the x-axis, so it will give a negative value. You don't have to explain to the examiner. You just need to write down like that will be fair enough. Equal to 0. So what is my final conclusion? Area A equal to area B. So I have explained already. Max explanation is not like EAL, not like psychology, not like legal study, whereby you have to write long explanation in words. That is the beauty of maths. Short, precise, and nice. We didn't go like that. We go straight to the point. 1 means 1, 2 means 2. 1 plus 1 means 2. You see, Anna? Are you clear? So that is how you do. Do you get me? So bear that in mind. So all your integration rule must come back. Yeah? If I don't want to do like that, I also can do it in another way. If I don't want to do like that, what I can do is like that. You see how I do? I can, instead of writing this, I can write this as plus. Okay, I write it another way. I can write it as plus integrate negative integrate pi to pi by 2. So can the examiner say I'm wrong? Cannot. Correct? So if I invert the limit, I give a negative value. So if I invert the limit, that means that represent the area B. You see or not? So the way you write is how much you understand about all the formula of integration. Are you clear? So that is very important. That's why a lot of people, many of us, we can't explain maths is because we don't take maths as a language. Maths is a language by itself. You don't have to use word to explain. You use equation to explain. Yeah. Okay. So we are done with that question now. So I extend from there. So yes. Cannot. Yes. When I ask you to explain, I don't mean ask you to find the value. You must base on here and explain. Do you get me? Okay, because in the exam, I will not give you the function. If in the exam, I will not give you the function. I will just say this is y equal to fx. Then you will be in trouble. If you're finding the value and show that they are the same, you will be in trouble when I didn't give you the function. Then how are you going to do? So that's why every time when we try to explain something correct, we try to use a general form. If we ask ourselves, if the question didn't give you the function, then how am I going to explain? So this is the best way to explain. Whether you give me the function or didn't give me the function, I still can do. You see or not? Okay, good. You ask the question like that, so I give you a reason why I want to use this way. So that if the function is not given to you, you still can work on it. Okay, so shall we go to exercise 5B? Faster, we have to go fast. Going to rain heavily. Afterward, Taylor, nanti sana flooded, my car gone. Okay, can you go to exercise 5B? Okay, which question? We have question 6, 7, and 8. Okay, Kavan, which question you want to try? 6, 7, and 8. Hao Shen, which question you want to try? Huh? You have a look at it lah. Like question 6, right? Y equal to sin x, y equal to cos x is a very normal, simple trigo function, correct? So when people ask you to make a decision, you look at the function given. Okay, if I talk about question 8, also is a very normal function, correct? Y equal to sin x, y equal to 4 sin x. So question 7, you see, the function is a bit different. It's not just sin and cos, it got plus a number, correct? So if I want to try, I will try question 6. I will try question 7. So now everyone, can you try question 7 using your graphic calculator first? This whole question, you can use your graphic calculator and find. Please take out your graphic calculator and find. So question 7, part A, they ask you to sketch the graph of this function. If you still don't want to learn how to bring your textbook along with you, then learning will be very difficult. You are supposed to sketch this graph. The domain is x between 0 and 2 pi. So after you sketch the graph, you have to find the area below the x-axis. Area below the x-axis. Just use your graphic calculator and sketch the graph. Nicholas, where is your graphic calculator? That? Okay. How are you going to do algebraically if you don't know the x-intercept? They are trying to find the x-intercept algebraically. Do you know where they want you to find the area? If you didn't sketch the graph, do you know which part they want you to find the area? So can you skip A and go to B straight away? Can. Okay. Nicholas, do. Don't want to loss. Okay. They ask you to sketch the graph. The graph will go like that. Okay, I know that the lowest value is -1. The highest value is 3. Agree with me? Okay. And the equilibrium is at x equal to 1. Yeah. So the graph will go, it will go from here. It will go up from here. Okay, it come here. Then you go down. Then you end here, correct? And here is your 2 pi. Okay, so here is your 2 pi. So here is your 2 pi. So you are supposed to find this area. So you have to use your graphic calculator, second trace, and get the coordinate of this point, correct? Or you can also find algebraically. So graphic calculator, you go to second trace, 0. Okay. Glady, may I know what is the value for the first one? Yeah, 3.685. 3.6665. Okay, how about the second one? 5.76. Okay, so if you want to find the area for part B, so what you do is you go integrate. Since it's below the x-axis, correct, we'll put the bigger one down here and put the smaller one up here so that it straight away turn to positive. Yeah, to sin x plus 1 dx. So you will get the answer from the graphic calculator, you will get the answer. Okay? So everything can be done using graphic calculator. Okay, so now for this question, can I proceed? Okay, Kevin, what is the answer for part B? 1.870. unit square, okay? You get that? Yeah. So actually, whatever value here we get is called the x-intercept because the y coordinate is 0. So if you want to find the exact value, okay, of the x-intercept for this case, do you know how to do? If the question asks you to find the exact x-intercept, do you know how to do this? Yes or no? X-intercept means the y is equal to 0. Can you try? Area is 1.37 or not 87 or. I'll say 1.37 or 1.87. 37. Sure. You got 37 at. Yeah. That means when you key in is 2 sin x, then plus 1. Okay? So 1.37. Okay, can you find the exact x-intercept? You got the answer already? Alamak. Tak tahu tak perlu balik. Nanti saya hantar kamu ke bawah hujan. Quick. Nah. Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's settle this. Okay, so he asked Miss Do to keep her mouth shut. Okay, that's the first step. Sin x equal to -½ correct? So when you have this, I told you already, we have to go by our step. First, you get the acute angle first. That is sin inverse half. Sin inverse half, what is it? Pi over 6, what 1 over 6. Okay, so then I have to determine sin x is negative, correct? Therefore, x is in which quadrant? This one you put in your brain now, you don't have to write for the examiner to see. In which quadrant? Third and fourth quadrant. Okay, so third quadrant, what should I do? Pi plus acute angle. So it's 7 pi by 6. Correct? If it's in fourth quadrant, x equal to 2 pi. How Xuan? So it's 11 pi by 6. So all this is a must to know also because I may ask you for exact value. Are you clear? Okay, so you please go back and try question 6 and 8. Okay, can or not? Okay, then if you go to exercise on kinematic, usually kinematic, we will not have trigo unless you are talking about simple harmonic motion. Alamak, Kavan dan siapa tu? What is your name? Huh? Wei Hao. So usually kinematic, unless you are talking about simple harmonic motion. So simple harmonic motion, we are not talking about Kinematic. So you see kinematic question, do you have trigo? Okay. Tomorrow, I will talk about one question that involves simple harmonic motion. Then if that question come out as a kinematic part, then you see, I don't have to use kinematic question at all, theory at all. I can just base on the graph and I solve the problem. Okay, I will show it to you. That is simple harmonic motion. Okay, then usually when we talk about application of trigo, listen here. Hello. When you talk about sin cos, you talk about a cycle. What are the things that happen day in and day out? Sound. Okay, what kind of sound? Frequency, yeah, can. Frequency of a sound, can. You talk about the amplitude. Yeah, high and low. You are speaking about two. Okay, fair. Some more. High tide, low tide. It happen day and out. We talk about electric, you generate for that day, you use for that day. Then the next day, same thing happen again. Correct? Those periodic things. That means things happen in cycle, high tide, low tide. You talk about the water level and so on. You talk about 4 seasons. You talk about how temperature change from a day-to-day basis, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so these are the things that involve trigo. So if you want to know about application of trigo, you can go to your SAT practice. You can see from there. Definitely got one. We talk about water flowing in, water flow out in a periodic form. Correct? So all that. So you look at kinematic, there's no question on trigo, correct? And if you talk about the rate of change, the problem solving, yeah, they are question. If you go to exercise 5D, exercise 5D, question 4. Exercise 5D, question 4. Hello. Ya, apa masalah dua orang tu? Can you tell me what is the problem?